Have you ever wondered how to carry your comp games on Cypher? It's easy, just play like a duelist. If you die, your teammates can't blame you for bad trips since you're dead. I think that's how it works. Just look. Look at how much space we've taken. You might have confused me for a duelist at this point. Now that we're all the way here, all it takes is a little bit of aim and a little bit of patience, and just like that, we can take one out as they're rotating through their spawn. They never expect someone, especially a Sentinel, to have pushed up this far. It's like watching the Mets make a playoff run. You never expect them to get too far, but in the end, it's always going to come to an end. After taking out this guy, we know there's one more left. We pop our cage, pop the ult, and wait a couple seconds to throw him off guard, swing out, and that's a free kill on Baguette Man. Now you might be wondering, how do you trip on Icebox? You don't. You place a cam just like this and play Five Nights at Freddy's every single round. You might think it's bad, but trust me, it's actually pretty strong considering you can use your trips for many different types of angles and different corners to hold because you've saved them by placing your cam for flank instead. One of Cypher's biggest strengths is his global flank potential, meaning you can lurk places and have flank covered for your team at all times because the trips have no range as well as your cam having no range. You're able to lurk mid, the opposite sites. On 3 site maps, you can lurk on any site and you will always be covered, and that allows you to pick up free kills for your team to secure much more entryways for them. His cage and cam are also great for retakes in order to clear corners and play off angles. It's one of the abilities that allowed him to fight like a more aggressive agent and not like a Sentinel and more like a duelist. Just look at this. We swing out of the cage and... okay, motherfucker. His trips are also great at diverting aim. As soon as we hear it break, we know their crosshairs are off and we can immediately swing and it's just a free kill. There's way too many angles for him to clear after immediately breaking the trip, and he's immediately dead. His cage lets you temporarily isolate 1v1s to take fights as you please. It's kind of like a temporary smoke in a way. We can place this cage to block us off from maze while we fight the guy that's in tube and on top of 410. And while this guy does kill us, we just got 2 kills. Now I forgot to record the previous 3 kills in this round, but trust me, they happened. Now in a 1v1, the cam that we place mid is going to be really important. If this cam wasn't there, we'd have to wait until we hear him rotating out or hear him planting A and then shift walk all the way. But with the cam, we can hear him running towards B, which means we get to sprint all the way over. We don't need to shift walk, we get a great head start on him. Now our position is more unexpected than basically every single plot twist and attack on Titan, which happens on an episode to episode basis basically. Season 4 is still mid though. Now, they may not hit our trips, but we are the shower trip in this case. We play inside of the smoke to prevent them from getting to back sight, and I don't know why we're blindly swinging smokes, but hey, I'll take the free kills. At this point, you might be wondering why I'm playing on my main account, and that's because I can't afford any agents on my other account, so I'm just going to play ranked on this one. It's high ranked anyway, so that should be a good thing, I think. Shotguns are wildly strong in Cypher's hands. Combine it with a cam for info, a trip for confusion, and a cage for cover, and it's basically free kills. Just wait until they walk into one, and you just swing out. Now, the setup post-kill is very, very specific. You need to make sure that you're swinging out at the perfect time, and after this deadlock net, we gotta make sure we take it off before we swing. We know our teammate's about to TP, we hear him deal with the guy in teleporter, and now all that's left is to show Clove the right click of doom. As I was saying, shotguns, they're great with Cypher. Just let them walk into your trips and absolutely obliterate them. After obliterating them, Clove is gonna pop the roll. Again, in a very inopportune situation. So we just jump into teleporter and surely no one follows me, right? They know I have a... okay, what the fuck are you doing? He's incredible at defending B site. There's so many different ways to play and confuse your enemies, so place cages and trips and your cam in different places and be ready to swing anytime and anywhere. If you combine unpredictability with great utility placement, free kills will just come to you. He's also great at protecting your teammates. We pop these cages to prevent Raze from getting info on her team, and while she may not kill anyone, she gets a little bit of damage, which kinda sucks, but that's fine. With the help of our trip, we and our teams can pick up some kills, but this is where Cypher differentiates from other agents. Just playing back doesn't help. I don't know what Phoenix is exactly aiming at here, but we take him out with basically no problem. Now all we gotta do is wait. One tapped. Swinging out of a cage is a great way to catch people off guard, and they just don't understand the type of player that I am and the caliber that I'm playing at. And now it's time to show what a perfect Cypher setup looks like. These trips, cages, and cam is my favorite setup. We're able to play many different angles and many different timings, and now all we have to do once we're done setting all these up is wait. Now, of course, there's a ton of other different ways you can set up your trips. You can set up a hookah trip, or you can set up one way deeper into garden, or even way back towards site to play in CT or an elbow. But of course, this is the default setup that I like the most. So now, all that's left to do is wait. Surely after all this hard work, they're gonna come to your site, right? I guess we're just playing Rotating Simulator, which is the majority of games that you're going to play on Cypher. A lot of Cypher is learning the timings of the other team. In this round, we're seen towards B and quickly rotate all the way to A so the enemy never expects us in tree. And now that we're in the perfect hiding spot, it's time to wait. Reyna thinks she's safe, especially with us going on cam, to act like we're getting intel on where they are, when in reality, we already know. We take out Reyna and Owen runs at us like a headless chicken and we're able to take out the second kill and motherfuck. Don't worry, Sheriff's in our hand. He's obviously very good at defending his trips, or killing the person that didn't actually hit the trips and dying to the person that did hit your trips. You can also use his cages to avoid things like Killjoy Turret or Chamber Trips. If it can't see you, it's like you're never there. Just like that one time at my bank when As I was saying, we slipped past any security, and just like that, we're behind them without a trace. And with that, it looks like our team does all the work and my flank was absolutely for nothing. But hey, at least I have a lot of money now. I'm sure you guys are familiar with my Stinger prowess. It's great for sacrificing your life for one kill, exactly like this. Now this is very important because his cages are great for sticking bomb, but they actually last for the exact same amount of time as it takes to defuse the bomb, so make sure you only stick it to half. There's always going to be a split second of time where you're completely visible to the enemy team, so don't stick it. All you really got to do is just kill them after that. It's kind of easy. Sometimes I forget that people's brains aren't yet fully developed. Once tagged, you know I can see you, right? Like, you're infrared scanned. I know exactly where you are. If you don't move, I'm just going to shoot you. Thanks, though. A lot of games on Cypher require you to be bomb bitch. But to me, it's not a burden. It's an honor. Like being the kid in elementary school who was selected to take a note to a different classroom. Without you, the entire school system would collapse. It's the most important job anyone could hope to hold, and what the fuck is going on? It's the last round of the game, so we want to make sure we get a good use of our ult, and thankfully that's exactly what they allow us to do by dying faster than the hype died for Splitgate. With 2 players remaining, we know exactly what must be done. Total and complete annihilation. Normally I bash Clove players for ulting after dying immediately, but since it's the last round, I'll let it slide this once, and it gets me another kill for my KD. We know the last player is AFK, and I always take the stat padding. So with that, GG's. He is great on most maps, but he's incredible on Sunset, especially on B-Site. The combination of trips and cages is off the charts. This doesn't make up for the fact that I wasn't able to capitalize off of this somehow and only pick up 1 kill even though my utility did exactly what I wanted it to, but hey, a round is a round, I guess. In most cases, you will get more kills than this per round if your trips are set up right like they did, I just wasn't able to capitalize. And if you guys want more guides just like this in more shorter form, make sure to go check out my TikTok. And if you want more guides in long form, go check out my Twitch, which will be returning in September, fully revamped with more rewards and events planned. Alright, let's try that one more time, and this time they run exactly into my trip, I pop the cage and swing out and kill them. Now unfortunately, after that happens, they don't act normally and run straight through the cage, and I die. He's a bully on post plant. It's completely unfair. With a cam down on bomb, there's literally nothing they can do. Reyna tries to push me, but I cage her off and she's forced to run back to site to try and defuse. And as soon as we hear her pop the bomb, all we gotta do is we get on our cam, tag her, and now we know exactly what she's doing. She can't stick it because we know when she's sticking it, but she can't swing us because if she does, we still know where she is. So eventually she tries to stick it, and that's round over. Now you guys know that I don't like to play agents as they are quote unquote supposed to be played, and that's to my advantage. Why would a Cypher dry swing someone? They don't, but that's what makes my playstyle unique and risky. It's a trade-off. I win fights like this to tilt the balance of rounds, but if I die, then we probably lose if we no longer have flank support. But again, my pristine aim makes up for this difference in odds. Again with cam on bomb, the enemies have an impossible choice, but they actually make a good choice with this Vice ult. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter, and I don't know why I swung through this smoke, but my teammates are there to trade me out in the end, so the cam on bomb gets us the win. This is the perfect situation to explain how to play Cypher the traditional way. We're playing quiet, trying to make space, and we hear a Vice util. We see our teammates working up A, so if we can trip the wall and run all the way back, our teammates are in prime position to take out enemies that are rotating. It's not always about getting kills. Sometimes it's about your playstyle opening up possibilities for your team to secure kills. There's a big difference between relying on your teammates and betting on your teammates. I never rely on my teammates, but I bet that they can position themselves to benefit off of my playstyle. It's like betting on myself to make my teammates better, and just like that, we have complete control of A site, as well as pushed up teammates to secure mid, as well as A site. We can also throw an ult in there to get info on any rotating enemies. We see that no one's even close, so we just take site. We also still have cam up, so we place cam down, but as you can see, it's now 12-11, so we lost the round. But hey, we're in a clutch now. And I fear for them, it's a 2v1, and I have cam on bomb, so it's basically over. We know Neon's off the bomb now, we tag her, Jet swings out, and oh shit, Jet's dead. It's a 1v1 now, and she thinks she can stick? Oh fuck. Wow, we actually won? Did anyone expect me to win that round? No? No one? Whatever.